Hey, Chaos Craft fans and Chaos Trainer fans, more specifically Chaos Trainer fans. So this is my unofficial Alpha 0.0.1 release video, about as official as I get. Let me start off by giving you guys all a little bit of entrepreneurial advice. Progress over perfection. We are so far away from perfection that it is not even funny. But I told those of you guys that signed up for the alpha that I would release you guys a build, and I have done that. So I will give you guys the link to the build repo for those of you guys that signed up in Discord. If you guys are still interested in signing up for the alpha, I'm going to get a couple more people in there. It depends on how many people in my inner circles have time to test. But I still got a couple more spots left, but we will be locking it down in the fairly near future and keeping it to the minimum. So those of you guys that have been on Discord and been rooting me on, I appreciate it. We'll get you guys this build as quickly as possible. Everybody else, hop on Discord and message me. If there's still room, I'll let you know. But go ahead and download it. When you download it, if it's on Mac, it's going to ask if you want to run it. I trust it because I wrote the dang thing. So you guys decide what you want to do there. I've been picking windowed just because it's a little bit easier to close. And then, dun, 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 welcome to Chaos Trainer with a slightly uncentered training room button that I can fix. Okay, make a note of that. All right, so with that said, if you guys have a zip, you guys aren't going to have all these from the start, so you guys are going to want to start by importing them, okay? So I'm going to real quickly, I'll show you guys how to edit this stuff if you guys are interested. What you can do is you can hit Control D, and that'll tell you guys where your main save file is, right there. And so I'm going to go do that. I think I've got that open in one of these. I can't close it. I can do that. All right. Control D will also close it. And then if I go into blind text, nope, that's not it. Don't save. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Nope, I don't have any of it. All right. Do I? File. Give me a second here to get to it. I should have done all this stuff before. I'm sorry. You know what? We're just going to import over it. Screw it. Let's see if this thing blows up. This couldn't go as possibly as bad as like 11 o'clock at night last night when I tried doing this. So what you do is you put in the location of a save file. So let's just say I've got this here. And go to save data, and we'll pick the Lava Center room, which is one of my more common ones. And can I copy the path? Nope, I can't. God, Ubuntu is so much better than Mac. Mac, you're awful. Why on earth? You guys, Unity does not support Ubuntu build is beyond me. So wherever you download it to, you're going to have to just have the path ready. Lava Center. And so there I've got it, training room, so I'm going to grab that. And then I'll just pop it in here. And again, eventually I want to have this all set up so it's all just online, and you guys will be able to just share this stuff and no file names, nothing like that. You name your training room and just be able to share it instantly, but that requires a massive amount of back-end infrastructure, and I want to get this. This is such a unique concept for a game that I want to make sure that it's playable before I go building out a ton of infrastructure. But for my early adapters, you just pop this in here, okay, and you hit import, and it'll import it, and then you'll have there you go, Lava Center, and you can begin playing. Okay, so what this has done so far, let's just go over the basic controls. So you've got 5 bots here, that are currently running. That's because I have the max bots set to 5, and you can see there's a time scale of 1 and a high score of 0. Okay, and a current generation of 0 and a spawn this gen of 0. So I'm going to go ahead and let's just say I want it to go faster. I want them to go faster. Watch my time scale go up as I hit the plus button. The plus button is your command to go faster, and the minus button is your command to slow it back down. Okay. Then let's just say I want to do, let's see, let's just say I want more bots. I can press E. That'll increase the amount of bots there. So you can see we have a max bots of 80 right now, which I think is the max I've got for computational reasons. And I can go back down to 5, and it just doubles it each time. So, did it freeze? No, it didn't freeze. All right. So you've got your. Did I go too slow? What's my time scale at? Something interesting has happened there. Oh, my max bots is 0. That's not supposed to happen. Well, that's not good. Well, let's exit for a second. Training rooms, Lava Center, max bots. Well, so if you figure out how to set your max bots to 0, you may have to restart the game. Which honestly, it's probably going to happen. We're very early in the phase of this whole thing. So if that happens, file a bug report. I will give you guys instructions on how to do that in the private room. So from there, so it's got spawned this generation, and I've just noticed one thing must have been wrong with this room, and I'll fix this before I ship this, or I'll recommit this, but there's a problem where these guys are not scoring anything, which is not good. So you guys, if you guys want to get fancy, you guys can do this, is you guys can, this is what I spent, this is the serial bug that I spent all last night working on. So let's add a new fitness rule here. Okay, so if they enter a tile, I want to give them 10 points. I don't want to give them any, I don't want to give them any extra life for this rule. They're only going to live 5 seconds at the moment because I've got it set to 5. And if they enter a floor, they get 10 extra points. And if they enter a floor, so there's unique tiles. This means if they enter a floor and it's a new tile they haven't actually entered before, then they're going to get that score. But we're actually going to do forced climb, which means if it's a higher Y, it'll add points to it. Okay, so we'll go and save that rule. I'm going to add another rule, and we're going to do the same thing, tile enter, and we're going to do a score effect of 5. Actually, no, we're going to do a score effect of 0, and we're going to do a life expectancy set of 5, and we're going to say if they enter, let's make it 3, they enter a new tile that they haven't touched before, then they'll be good to go. And we've got to make it floor because we don't want to give any points for lava. And has seen before and has entered before actually don't work. So we're going to save that rule. We hit update. And if I can check it out again, that better be there. Oh, I spent all night on this. Okay, good. We got our 10 and our 3. Good. Okay, cool. Now, just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to exit real quick and restart this thing. And if I had settings here, oh wait, that's right, that doesn't work. And there's some type of bug. Well, here we go again. If you also watch this video first before you guys download the darn thing. Let me know if this is too raw for you, because there is still like a lot of stuff I gotta fix. But when they start learning, it's pretty awesome. So let's double check that our settings are in here. We've got our 2 settings. And okay, here's their scores, so we can see that they're starting to score. I did have a little bit where you could see the scoring happen when they went in there. I don't know where that went, but I'll figure out where that went, and I'll probably release another build the next couple days with it. But let's just jack this up a little bit higher. Add the speed to it. In Gen 0, which is our current generation, you're going to see a lot of stupid behavior, but by Gen 2 or 3, we'll actually see some of these guys start to figure their way out. And like I said, we can take a look at their neurology. Nope, that guy died. Let's look at this guy. He's got 7 seconds to live. So these are his inputs and outputs. And I have emit noise turned on, and I have the bias input turned on. Okay, we're still at, okay, now we're current generation 1. Okay, so that if I look now, we can go look at species. For the love of Pete, the species screen's not working. Oh, everything's... So you can see they're getting further, and it's only generation 2. Some of them learned to turn, and they actually made it to the end of this one. So these little levels, they actually become pieces of cake for these guys pretty quickly. The problem is they don't do it that consistently. You can see that we basically have 2 species, the yellow and the light purple, that have just taken over here, and that is in 1 generation. You know, so the complexity of what we can build for these things is going to be really cool when I work all the bugs out of this. Yeah, we got a little brown species there. So, yeah, and you can always go ahead, and this is a generation 2. Let's take a look at this guy up here, and you can he's already selected. Okay, view NNet. You can see he can. This is basically representative of an eye that he's got. And remember, go back and look at my other videos. So I'm not going to go too in depth on all these things, but he's a very, very simple behaviors right now. But they're already starting to dodge. Some of these guys are starting to dodge. Not all of them so great. Really well. This guy's just basically saying I can't go anywhere. His move outputs below 5 because he's seeing that there's lava right in front of him. Not exactly sure that's what that one is, but either way, we'll get back into that in a minute. Also, you can hit follow and you can see where they've been and their behavior. So he went through and hit this, which would normally get him a lot of points, but I actually don't have a waypoint bonus up there or anything. So let's go ahead and let's look at some of the options you guys have. So that's the basic beginning of this, but that's not really gameplay. Let's actually, I'm just going to restart it to be on the safe side. Oh, I guess I could save state. Let's save state first so I can come back to this. Save state name, so you can just say screencast test 1, save, and so if I go back here, save load, I got a screencast test 1. Now, we're going to test to see if this works. I should have done probably half this stuff, but I really want to get you guys this stuff. So, here's our screen. Okay, we're going to restart, because evidently the bug where I can't totally restart and go back into it is like in full dang swing. Training rooms, lava center. So we've got our guys beginning. We've got menu, load, and SC test. Wow. That's news to me. Okay. Savings totally busted. Wow. Well, I'll fix that. That's like a key part of the game, so clearly I need to be able to save. Alright, so let's just say that you guys want to create your own training room. Okay, we'll call this one SC Test 2, because I created one yesterday called SC Test Demo, whatever. You guys go to edit level. So I usually start off by, right now you got to click place object, so that's not really intuitive yet. I'll fix that. Place object, and I put a floor. Okay, if you want to, you can put a bigger floor than we've been doing. So I just fixed the zooming and panning. Okay, for now you have to put walls on it. If you don't put walls on it, then they will float off into space and it will be mildly amusing but kind of annoying. Okay, so this is going to be a super simple level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a spawn tile there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to create a couple spawn tiles, but I'll explain to you in a second what's up with the spawn tiles. And I'm going to create a waypoint tile in each corner, and then I'm just going to create some massive amounts of lava. There's something with the lava doesn't pre-render, but I'm just going to put some lava everywhere, and we're going to fix these sprites. I got plans to fix those sprites there. So basically, hopefully, they'll start to dodge the lava pretty soon. Okay, okay, so that's just the simplest level that we can do right now, and I'm going to hit save. Alright, now I could hit play. That might actually work. We could find out. Okay. Now, of course, they're going to be dumb at first, so I'm going to up the speed a little bit. And I'm going to, oh, that's right, I forgot. I got to add rules to this. So we'll do our tile enter rule again. So again, let's do a score effect of 5 when they enter a new floor tile. I'm going to do forest climb, and we'll save that rule. I'm also going to do another one where they do floor. I'm going to bonus them some life, and we'll do unique tiles, so that means if it's a new one, it's good. And I'm going to do one more where if they hit, we'll do negative 100 if they hit the lava tile, and we'll just do that anytime they do that. So we're gonna see some guys probably getting some low scores, but they usually die. Another thing I can do is I can do randomized spawn position. So if you guys notice, they all started, you can't really see it right now, they all spawn from this one position. If I change randomized spawn position, update, then they should be able to spawn from anywhere. But I'm going to go ahead and, did I hit, please tell me I hit save on that. Settings. Oh, hit it again. Alright, I'm going to restart this because I said there's a bug in there. And if we go back to the level builder, window, play, that looks like religious. It's not supposed to be. Now you can see they're spawning from multiple spots. Let's jack up the numbers, jack up the speed. Let's see how long it takes for them to get to a point where they can survive. That's our top scorer up there. So that's debug. He's got his, you can see kind of where he's seeing there. And I need to make a switch for his, whoever's up there in the top score, they're kind of being debugged so you can follow them. And he died. So hopefully they applied that negative 100 to his score. And the high score here is calculated when each generation goes. And evidently I have it set to 200, I bet, for the default, for how many bots it spawns per generation. 200, so you can see the generation iterated at 200, and now we're going. Let's see how much faster I can jack this thing up to. What are we at? Time scale 4, I can go up to 32 if I'm not mistaken. Now, here's a good question, is how many of these things can you guys do before this thing maxes out? It depends on how complex you've made their input neurons. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that in just a minute. Maybe I'll save that for a secondary video. So I have a lot to fix right now. I want to get to at least generation 3 though, so I can see. You can see a lot of these guys are just chilling. But if they've made it that high, they've earned a lot extra life so they can survive. I think I'm over bonusing their life. What am I got their life bonusing at? 5? No, 3. 3 unique tiles, it should do it. You can see there's a whole generation of green that have managed to kind of survive over here. Their base life should be about 5. Some of these guys are really racking it up. Alright. I'll have to double check something in there. I bet that I made some type of mistake because I think it's over bonusing life right now. They shouldn't be able to live that long. We should be way past this thing. Even if they get up here, they should only get a bonus of 3 for each Y tile. I guess there is a ton of Y tiles here. You can see that they're really getting good at dodging lava, a bunch of them. The purples are doing a pretty good job of it. Some of them even make it all the way up there. But not a lot of them. And you can always visit their neural net and see what they got. So this guy's using, I've got velocity input turned on. So these guys actually have a thing called, you know what, I'm going to save that for another video. We'll go back into that later. All right. With that said, that's the basics. I still need to explain, oh, you can also clear that out. And you can respawn them. And you can save their neural nets, and we'll save it into that your save file thing that you can find from hitting Control D, and it'll save it in this directory somewhere. Not necessarily the JSON file though. Okay, close button doesn't work. All right, so that is how you start running Chaos Trainer. I need to fix the save file stuff. Oh, you can click and drag kind of too now, so you can follow these guys around a little bit. I'm not sure I like that inverted. Maybe I'll make it a setting, but I'm not a huge fan. Okay, so that's where I'm at for Alpha 0.0.1. A lot of things for me to fix. You know, these graphics in Lava, I've got plans for better shadows and stuff, and I'm going to make a graphic setting so you guys can turn it down, turn it up. But we're getting there. We're getting there. And soon you guys will be able to evolve clusters of these guys that do all sorts of interesting behaviors besides just dodge lava. So, with that said, thank you very much for your time and patience. If you're interested at all in being an alpha tester, please hop on the Discord and message me, and I will, if you guys do it quick enough, I can get you guys in for the alpha. And it can only get better from here. So they are already learning. You know, it's I'm going to stop this video now so I can go make a video on the various settings we have. So thank you very much.